All right, welcome back to our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. This is session 61. We are currently in the heath, as they call it, area around the Gal Hills. It is very cold, -50 to be exact, with a mild medium breeze. Not too bad, not too bad. But more importantly, the party has recovered the body, and not in the sense that it was a dead body, but the body that was currently being occupied by the mind of a raven, to bring back to the wizard Talos, who has been trapped in the body of a raven, in order to kind of do the swap. There's a lot of wizards swapping bodies with this group lately, but it is the evening of the second day of the 11th. Second day of the 12th month of the 11th year, getting close to the winter. We're in twilight. I don't know if I usually say this, but the year is 583, if anybody's curious about that. You have found a kind of that secret area below the cabin of the, appearing at first as a kindly old man, who turns out to be a murderer, that you quickly dispatched. So we'll go through, we can intro your characters, and we'll see what we want to do, and then we'll kind of flip, we'll move into the next day. So I will start at the top there with Crystal. Tell us about your character, Crystal.
Going back years ago, we see a small village with a mill on top. We see a young Rowan Seach inside playing with fire, as she often would. And as she bounces around this hot coal in her hand, she accidentally drops it onto a pile of hay nearby. And before you know it, the whole mill is up in flames. She stands back, hearing the voice of her old master in her head. Fire is alive. Fire is wild. You must learn to control this. And then in the flames of the mill, a giant frog eye appears. And she thinks to herself, he's always watching. He's always watching. He's always watching, before waking in a cold sweat and readying herself for the day. And that is Rowan Seach.
Nice. Okay, Nikki, tell us about your character.
I play Pinesta, the bard. She is here, very glad that her friend Rowan Seach, her friend, is not dead on the ground after what happened last night, with the slitting of the throat and all that. And she is once again vowed to never ever trust an old man, no matter how nice they seem at first. She's going through the treasure, and she's just kind of sitting by herself right now by the fire. She's very, if we stayed in the house, I don't remember, do we stay in the house?
Well, I mean, we're going to start at the nighttime where you guys just got back, because we have to turn the wizard back and everything. So Crystal was kind of foreshadowing the morning, but it's still the nighttime. Yeah.
Still nighttime, yeah. So she's kind of just sitting, thinking, just very, very happy that she was able to, with the help of the henchmen, to defeat the evil old man, and none of her friends actually died, because that would have been very, very painful for her. So that's Pinesta. She's in kind of a contemplative mood.
Excellent. So, Mike, tell us about your character down here in the lair of the alchemist.
I'm playing Buka Longtooth. He is a Berserker Viking, rather a large fellow. He is currently mumbling a bit. Or once in a while, he'll just stop and he'll look at the others, and he will say, I'm sorry. My judgment doesn't seem to be the best lately. I apologize. I shouldn't have trusted this old man. He caused us more trouble than what he's worth. And then Buka will go back to cleaning and trying his best to make the house and the basement as comfortable for other people as a means of apology, feeling like what had happened the day during the day has been his fault, and that's Buka.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see, we're bopping Yang in here as soon as he connects. So yeah, so as noted, it's the evening. So I guess we'll figure out what you're gonna do as soon as Yang gets in here. We'll do his character intro, and then we'll figure it out. The guy, can you hear us, Yang? Not yet. So the guy, the alchemist, we'll call him. He turned into a big pool of green grossness upstairs, and of course, right as mentioned, the carpet and stuff was all blooded up. So that upstairs part of the cabin, if you will, was pretty small. There is a bunk up there, and of course down below you found kind of a nice bedroom area, and of course then there's the other rooms down here. You can sleep in the cells if you want. Yang, are you in?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, tell us about your character. It's still the nighttime. You just brought that body back. That's possessed by the spirit of the raven, and you're back at the house with the group. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, so in the previous session, he conducted a ritual to identify a bunch of these items that they found. And the thing is that he has a very low constitution. So as soon as he identified a whole lot of them, he fell unconscious, completely catatonic. And finally, after a bit of rest, he just bolted up and said, did we have any questions then? And he looks around.
Yeah, how long are you out for?
I think he's been out for at least 8 hours. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Then you are still out then currently.
Okay.
Okay. So right. So you will bolt up in a bit. All right. So yeah, you guys are down in the lower part with this wizard Talos. He is in the body of a raven, if you remember. He's talking your henchman Helene, the cleric, to her, and he is explaining that some kind of a remove curse spell would be needed to get him back into his body. And I think she actually has that memorized, so I think that's going to work out for you well. Let me just check her spells. No, she does not have it memorized, so she's not going to be able to do it till the morning when she reprays her spells, or whatever. So you'll need to, if you want the wizard to come with you, or anyways, you're going to stay here tonight, I guess. Do you want to stay up above, or do you want to stay down below, or mix it up, or how do you guys want to handle this?
I think I would want to stay up above. I don't think there's anything down below the cells and things, but nothing I'd want to actually sleep in. So.
Okay.
He was stinky, right? So you said he was stinky. I want to sleep somewhere stinky. So.
Well, he's a little stinky, yeah. His clothes and stuff were. It looked like he was occupied with his work more so than keeping himself clean and stuff. But yeah, of course you could definitely do that. Is everybody else just you still gonna stay up in the cabin? There is a large fire up there. It's a pretty small space, but you can throw down your sleeping mats or whatever and sleep in there for sure. Everybody wants to stay up there. Are you gonna leave?
Buka said he was gonna sack out in the master bedroom down below.
Down below? Okay. What do you guys want to do with that guy?
Well, he's
Is
out,
he visible?
right?
No. Oh no,
he is.
I think he became visible. That would be hilarious. No, he's not. He is visible and collapsed on the floor in that room where there was that metal slab with the huge machine over it that the Raven said not to touch. That's where it goes.
I would ask Buka if he would take him back upstairs. We can make him comfortable up there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
He'd help me carry him. Yeah, okay.
All right. And what about Rowan? Rowan Siege.
She'll also go upstairs and make
Okay.
a pallet.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's tight. I mean, I'm assuming you want 3 henchmen to stay up there with you, or are you going to put them downstairs? Or there's 4 of them, actually.
I say we let them stay upstairs. That'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can all stack up there. You're all tightly packed together. Are you going to do any kind of watches, or are you just going to lock the door? It's not snowing. Actually, as it gets dark later into the night, you can actually start to hear a little bit of snow falling. And you think it's going to snow overnight, basically.
I think we should probably set a watch, don't you guys think?
I mean, I don't think many people came by here because this guy was said to lure people to their death.
True. But we've also been told about strange creatures on the heath. You know, there's always things that aren't afraid of.
Yeah, true. I don't mind taking a watch.
I can take a watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. And so do you want the henchmen to also take a watch, or just the 3 of you? Look, are you going to break it between 3 watches, basically? Or do you want to break it between 4 with Helene, or do you want to make it even more with...
I say each of us could have 1 henchman with us, like while we're on watch.
yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right, of the warrior guys, basically?
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, that works out fine. And because there's...
We don't have to talk to him, right?
You don't have to.
All right, and there's 4 of them, and there's 4 of you if you include Helene as a main party member, since she's a leveled character. So we'll break the watch down into 4. Buka, when you're on watch... Oh, that's weird. Why do I hear a ding ding? That was weird. Did somebody leave and come back?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody is trying to enter our Zoom meeting. That's weird.
It's me. It's me switching devices.
Oh, okay. All right, I will let you in. Okay. So, Eka has cast Mirror Image. Okay, so yeah, so Buka, while you're on, actually roll a d6 for me to see if you hear.
A 3.
Okay. All right, so you're on watch, and I just put you in the order you want on the screen just to make it easy. So it's like 3rd watch, so it's pretty deep into the night. Of course, with the comet out, it's bright. You know, you can still see out there. It's like a bright moonlit night, and actually, well, it's snowing pretty heavily. So even though there is a half moon and a full moon about to come in full, but so you've got a lot of light out there, even with the snow. It's eerie. And you know, and you can just see like the harsh shadows from the snow as it pelts down. But at first you think you hear some noise that might be the snow or whatever, so you're just kind of like listening more intently. And then after about 10 minutes, you hear what sounds like one of the dogs, because of course they're out there. You know, you leave them out in the snow. You hear it like whimper, like in pain. And it's pretty short, like it's just a quick whimper, and then silence again, and then you just hear the snow landing.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
Okay. Yeah, you open up the door, and the snow kind of batters in. There's a breeze, and it kind of comes in a bit, and it gets cold in there a little bit. The fire flickers, and you kind of look out into this kind of really bluish, silvery light. To where the dogs are, and you see 4 of your sleighs seem to be set with the dogs on them, and you see 4 figures. 3 of them are standing near those sleighs, and the 4th one seems to be standing with a spear and terribly slaughtering the remainder of the dogs. Yeah. And of course, you open the door. Let me just see if they notice you, because they're pretty confident. So you come. They do. So one of the three that is by the sleigh sees you open the door, and she says, "Quickly, let's get out of here." And the person, who is, I guess it's bright enough out that you can see them. They are a tall Dahlia. This is a oh yeah, chainmail wearing tall woman, hair kind of flowing in the clearly an Amazonian woman. She's got a large shield just leaning kind of against, it's like stuck in the snow. She doesn't have it in her hand because she's just killing dogs. She has a spear and a sword at her side. And you can see that she doesn't, with the others say quickly, and the other three figures seem to be trying to get on the sleighs quickly. The woman turns and picks the spear up and looks back towards you and meets your eyes. She's striking. We'll say that. I'm not sure. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay, she's almost as tall as you are. Clearly strong with wide shoulders, wearing, like I said, chainmail armor, large shield in the ground. She turns, picks up her spear, and she turns, and you see her eyes meet yours. And you can just tell in that moment that she's going to do something. So we're actually going to go into initiative. And what do you want to do? If anything, you're standing in the doorway. She's about 60 feet away.
I let loose this incredible growl. Growl, yowl.
Nice. Fantastic.
Loud enough to wake the dead.
All right, you want to wake everybody up? Well, everybody's in that room, basically. So it worked out pretty fortunately that it was you on watch, because you would have been downstairs. So yeah, everybody will wake up if you let out a yowl. Do you want to also approach or go back into the place? What's your plan?
Oh, I'm going full snow leopard on this.
You gonna charge her?
Yeah, while
Okay.
I'm transforming.
Oh, nice. All right, fantastic. All right, she's gonna the other three, which are another 50 or so feet away. They're going to get on the dog sleds. At least it looks like that's what they're going to do. And she looks like she's going to throw her spear at you as you're. Well, she's going to throw the spear at you or stab you with it if you get close to her first. But she's not setting it, so because she's got it in her hand. So go ahead and roll a d6 for initiative. And let's see what happens. She's got 2. 4. Oh, you're going to go first. All right. How exactly is this? This is a power of. I think you're the first person to do this. You're a huntsman? Is that what you are? No, you're a berserker.
No, I'm a berserker.
Nice. I think this is the first time we've had a berserker transform. This is pretty awesome. Let's quickly see what the deal is. This is pretty good. It's a fighter subclass. So, berserker. All right. Thick skin. All right. Bestial form. Berserker gains a divine favor from his deity. Ancestral animistic spirit. Ability to transform. It's nice. Semi-human shape whilst Berserker raged a bestial form. So you're going to be in Berserker rage while you're doing this, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. Can be changed. Thews bristle with fur. His countenance elongates whiskered muzzle. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. And you get 1.5 times your height and 2 times your weight. And you can wield weapons if you want, or you can attack with claw bite.
I will use the claw bite.
Nice. All right, so let me just quickly check how the Berserker Rage works. I think you have to roll to see how long it lasts, right? Berserker Rage.
It should last as long as my Constitution.
Oh, is that what it is? Con? Okay.
Yeah.
So how long is that?
15.
Oh my god.
15
Okay.
rounds.
Okay, so let me keep track of that. Okay, so 15.
Yeah.
All right, you want initiative, so you are able. You're close enough that you can charge at her and attack the same round. However, her weapon is longer than yours, so I think she's gonna get to go first, anyways,
Okay.
because she's got the spear, which is you're attacking with your hands, which is basically 0, and a short spear is 3. Yeah, so she's gonna get to actually get the jump on you and get 1 attack. with the spear. She seems pretty startled. I'm going to say, too, that the henchman is also charging out there because he's got a spear as well, which means technically he'll get to go the same time as her and you want initiative, so you can roll for the henchman. Roll d20 for the henchman first. Okay, no, he misses. Yeah, she sees you as the bigger threat at this exact moment and isn't too worried about it, so she's going to, like I said, attack you with the spear. I guess she takes 2 attacks. Okay, first attack is a 3. That's going to miss. Oh my god. All right, no. Yeah, she did not expect that. So she swings wildly with the spear as you leap on her and go ahead and make your attack. She is attacks. I guess you get 3 attacks.
Yep.
Your armor class is 2.
Claw,
It.
bite.
Oh my word. All right. 9 and okay. So you hit her with 1 claw. She staggers back, so your second claw actually misses her because she kind of moves out of the way. But then you finish your movement forward and bite deeply into her thigh. Holy guacamole. That does 17 points of damage. Yeah, she feels a little bit less confident, we'll say.
Good. She ought to.
Yeah, and she screams out, "Help me!" All right, so that's wow. Okay, yikes. Wow. Okay, you guys are not messing around. Let's see. I'm gonna roll to see if the other 3 are gonna help or not. You know, evil parties and all that. We'll give them a morale check. Oh. Nope. She's not helping. How about her? Oh, yeah, she's gonna stay. And the third person is this person who I bet is also not gonna help. But I will roll. You never know. Oh no, he's staying. Okay. So they're gonna have to go second phase no matter what. Obviously, but you because they were trying to move, but now they see that there's an issue, so they're gonna turn and go second phase, but that's not 100% gonna matter because you guys already went. However, in the cabin, you heard a scream, everybody, and you wake up. Obviously, you're on the edge because you know that you're in a dangerous space. And what you see as you open your eyes is your berserker friend just charge forward into the snow. So what does Rowan Siege and Pinesta want to do?
Do we see the the other? Okay.
You don't see outside because the door's open. You're sleeping. You know, you see basically the door fly up. Well, the door's already open. You see basically, you hear a yelp, you open your eyes, and you see your friend just running out. And the henchman behind them.
Okay, well, I'll run out as well.
Okay, so you're going to get up and head towards the door. And Pinesta?
Yes, I will also get up and head towards the door, making sure to grab
Okay.
my sword.
All right, so coming in on the next round, we'll you guys can act. But these 2 guys are going to be able to... Actually, she's got nothing to do right now. Okay, she can't do anything. But this guy's got a bow, so I'm going to say he's going to shoot at you with the bow. All right, so the guy with the bow is going to take a shot at you. Mike?
Okay.
He's got 3-2 with shrub. Let's just one attack the strings. Okay, that's a 12. And he is... Let me get my charts out. All right, so 12 is going to hit AC 3.
Okay.
Does that hit you?
Yep.
Must, right? You don't get any kind of bonus. Oh, no, so it gets +2, so it's 14. So it's AC 1. Let's see. It's just going to do, it's just a regular arrow. 1 point of damage. So it just barely, like, nicks off your skin.
Just enough to annoy me.
Exactly. Yeah. So an arrow, dink, and kind of just like scratches you or whatever. He's free thinking his plan as they see more people coming out of the building. Okay, that's the end of that round. And the dog sled starts to take one dog sled starts to take off. The one with the person who didn't stay that they booted out. So we're coming to the next round. So again, to paint the scene, one dog sled has moved. I mean, she was on it and was ready to go. So it did a full move of dog sled, which I think is 60, something like that. So it's basically, it's now 120, 130 feet away, going through the snow, one of the sleighs. Well, actually, no, she was additionally another 50 feet away. So, all right, so that sleigh is 100. That sleigh is like over 200 feet away. The two that are on the sleighs that just that are staying are about 110 feet from the doorway. The one fighter that Mike is engaged with is about 60 feet away from the door, and of course engaged. So, what does everybody want to do? Run siege. What's your plan?
Well,
Okay. Panesta?
Missile.
All right. Buka?
Melee.
I guess we know what you're doing. Okay. And the guy, actually, Young, if you want to be Helene, she'll charge. She would probably charge that one of the people on the sleighs. You can roll for her. Let's see. I'll roll randomly. She's gonna go after the guy with the bow. All right. So, Mike, roll initiative for the group. Oh God, they got a 1. You guys suck. Oh. All right. What is your dexterity? Mike. Buka. What's your dexterity, Buka?
17.
Is it better? Oh, yep, it's better than that. All right, you guys go first. So, let's see. So, melee happens first, including charges. So that means we're going to go with Buka first on this person.
Claw.
That hits. Oh my God.
Fight.
That does not hit. Right, I said their IC is 2. Okay, so 10 points. Wow. Holy guacamole. Okay, yeah. They are very hurt at this point. The henchman, let's roll for them. Arga's going to attack. And misses. And now Helene charges up to the guy with the bow. Go ahead, Young, and roll me a d20.
I rolled already. I rolled
Okay.
19.
Oh, that definitely hits. I don't have to check. Okay, the damage from her is she got that big old hammer. So it is a great hammer. It does 2d6 plus 2. So 2d6 plus 2, y'all.
Yep, I rolled and it's 6 points of damage.
6, okay. All right. He's not very happy about that. Okay. So that's melee. Missile for Panesta.
Okay. Rolling.
Who are you targeting? The person with the bow, the person who didn't do anything yet, or the fighter that's on the Buka's on? Or if you have a missile weapon that shoots far enough, the person that's taken off.
Yeah, I don't think even the boomerang won't go that far.
No.
But one of the ones that are farther away.
Okay, so the
probably
one that
the
hasn't
bow.
gone yet, or
Yeah,
the bow. Okay, the bow. Okay, good.
Okay. But I missed with a 3 on the dice.
Oh, okay. Yep. Probably you hesitate a little bit because the cleric's running up there, and
Yep.
and that gives the when the hammer hits the person, they stagger back and the boomerang flies by. And then finally we got a magic spell with Crystal's character.
So I can understand. Are there 2 people other than the bowman?
There's a total of 4 of them. One of them is over 200 feet away because they've already gone with the thing. So you probably just barely see that person. They're like going out over the hills. Then there's the bowman, and then there's a fighter that Mike's engaged with, and then somebody who hasn't done anything yet. They don't seem to have a missile weapon. They were drawing a scimitar actually. They last round, so I guess they have a scimitar in their hand,
Okay.
but they haven't moved yet.
All right. I'm gonna do controlled fireball blast. Controlled
Okay.
blast fireball. I want to like hit in the middle of where the bowmen and the swordmen are, and I can control the blast by 10-foot increments. So I'd like to try and control it down to where it'll hit just those two.
I mean, the Helene is engaged with the bowman, so I can't. If it's in 10-foot increments, I'm gonna say you can't control it tight enough that you wouldn't be able to hit her. You know, if you want to hit the bowman,
Okay.
yeah. 'Cause it doesn't
Tell you
s-
what, I'll go after the other dog sled because I don't want to take a chance to hit my ally. And I'm
the one
already-
that is taking off, or the one with the person who hasn't acted yet.
The one that's taking off because I don't want to take a chance
Okay.
to hit my ally.
Sure. What's the range on it?
240 feet.
All right, perfect. So it's just a saving throw for them, right? Saving throw for half, basically.
Yes.
Okay, they rolled a 10 for the save. That's probably not successful, but let me just check. Saving throw versus spells, I'm assuming. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, versus spells, I get a +2, so that's a 12. Nope. Failed. Give me some damage.
20 damage.
Wow, okay. Yeah, you incinerate that person, and well, and probably one or two of the dogs, but the sleigh also gets incinerated, and the rest of the dogs run off, of course. They're not going to stick around when somebody just fireballed.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That actually worked out. Well, probably in the long run well for you, but you're right the second, because the person who hadn't acted yet is going to fight fire with fire, as they say. And I think cast a spell on you. I'm just gonna check the line, the range first, but I think it's good range. Oh, 90 feet. No, because you can't move and cast, right? Okay, so they're gonna cast it instead on Helene. So Young, make a saving throw. So just a d20. This person that with the scimitar in their hand waves their hand, and a web of flame flies through the air at Helene.
Oh. Auroras, save me! Yeah. Oh,
no, that's
no,
not
I
good.
rolled
No,
6.
that's not good. Luckily, it's not too much damage yet. However, the web goes around her, and she falls to the ground prone, and she's going to take 3d4 damage. Huh, 4 points damage. That's not too bad. Let's see. I'm tracking her hit points here, but she is prone and collapsed. You're basically stuck for the next couple of rounds. So one of Young's characters is sleeping, and the one that he was playing now is stuck. We'll give you a henchman to run. All right. Such is the luck of the draw. I lost my mouse again. I'm the king of losing my mouse. Okay, so that's that. And now... Actually, I had her go first. It doesn't actually matter. You guys have all gone. Just for dramatic reasons, I did that. But technically, Molly goes first. The person that is fighting with Buka is actually... She actually drops the spear and is attacking you with a sword now. I mean, it would take her to the second phase to do that, but it doesn't actually matter because you lost initiative. She's got 2 attacks. Okay, 14. Alrighty. I have 2 screens and I moved everything to one screen. So it's all on top of each other. Let's see, let me just quickly do this. Helene has 38 hit points. But she took 4, so she's down to 34. And she's prone. Okay, this person is, whose name is Garazul. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong name. Whose name is Eduxa. Rolled a 14. They have a fighting capability of 7. So that hits -1, so that's going to hit you. And then again, we have 4 that time, but +3 is 7. That hits armor class 6, which I'm assuming misses. So you get hit once, Mike, with this magic sword. You can tell it's magic because it's kind of slightly glowing. And it does do a d6. Oh, 4 + 3 is 7.
7.
So, yep. So it cuts into you, but, as she staggers back, you can see blood's coming down her mouth. Well, you probably can't see anything because you're in Berserker range. But she's her confidence that she had when she looked at you with that spear is slightly diminished, shall we say. The guy with the bow, who has now been, hit by Helene and thought he was going to be in trouble, but then Helene got webbed, now draws back an arrow and shoots it at the magician because she looks the most dangerous. And she gets 2 shots this time. That's not going to hit anything. Oh, natural 20 is going to hit, though. All right, so 1 arrow flies into you, Ron. Okay, luckily. I only rolled a 1 on the crit thing, and that is +1 damage because he's a thief subclass. So the arrow damage is 1, +1. So here we go. I should say +1. I rolled another 1. 2 points of damage from an arrow. Sits the arrow on siege. And that's... Yeah, she cast a spell. He just shot an arrow. You killed that person. Okay, yep, they've all gone. Everybody's gone, right? So, except for Helene, who got... Well, she went, actually, before she got fire-trapped. Okay, so currently, again, we got the one that was taking off with one of your slays. Wiped out completely. There's the fighter type with a sword that seems to be glimmering in the moonlight. Very, very hurt, fighting your berserker friend. And there's a guy with a bow that just shot the magic user. And that's basically where we're at. Oh, and then there's also clearly a magic user who shot a fire spell. The magic user and the bowman are about 110 feet away. The fighter is with Puka about 60 feet from the fray. So what do you want to do, Rowan Siege?
I guess I'm gonna move up.
Okay, to the fighter, or to the bowman, or to the magic user.
I'm gonna move to where I can be within 90 feet of, let's say, the bowman.
Okay, you're pretty much already there. Yeah, you just have to move up a little bit. I mean, he's 50 feet from where Buka is, but it's not like they're in a straight line back. They're kind of spread out, so you don't have to move very far at all. You can actually you can just move a few feet. You can easily do that. So if you want to additionally do something, you can, except for cast a spell, obviously.
Yeah, nope. I wanted to cast a spell, so no, I can't do
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah, so you can just move up. All right, Panesta?
I missile again against the bowman.
Okay. How about Puka?
I'm chomping.
Okay. And Young with the henchmen. We'll say the other ones have now run out as well. They're going to also charge the... we'll say they charge the magic user because nobody's going after them right now. All right. That's okay. So initiative, Mike. 2 for the bad guys.
4.
All right, you're going to go first. Malaise happened first. So that would be Buka.
Claw.
That hits.
Claw.
Yep.
fight.
Huh, nice. Yeah, you're basically just hacking at a dead body at this point. That was only what, 2? That was the first round. Actually, this is the third round. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right, you're 3 rounds into it. You are basically now just tearing into this body that's on the ground, and of course the henchman that was there is freaking out a little bit. Maybe he's like, However, the other ones have charged up to the sorcerer. So Yang, make a total of 3 attacks actually, because there's 3 of them.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but they just get a
Alright,
straight attack.
so-
They don't get any bonuses. Right? And
I rolled 2 on one of them.
okay.
5 on one. Oh, they're terrible.
These henchmen cannot hit anything. They'll charge up to the sorcerer, who is like, ooh, 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 and gets out of the way.
Get that sorcerer. Yeah, yeah. Nailed this.
I mean, they are from Xambaala, and they're now out in hip deep snow, so they're probably having trouble getting over there. But okay, so missile attacks happen next. So Panesta.
Okay. Oh, that'll probably hit. Boomerang +2. That hits armor class -2.
Oh yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay. And so I do 1d4 +2. So 4 points of damage.
Oh my word. Okay.
Not a lot, but
Well, yeah, you can see he smacked him, and he was reaching back to get something, to get an arrow, and this boomerang smacked him in the head.
nice.
And finally, you moved, so you can't spell, right, Crystal? So that's basically the end of that round for you guys. Now they're gonna get to go. Yeah, he looked like he was reaching back to get an arrow, but he actually pulls from his pack a bottle, uncorks it, and drinks it, and disappears. The sorcerer, on the other hand, feeling like they might be in trouble, is going to cast Burning Hands against Yang's henchman. Burning Hands. Okay. Jets of thin multi-flames spring from the fingertips of the caster, fanning out 120 foot. That's going to hit everybody. 2 hit points per caster level with no saving throw. Oh boy, okay. Their caster level is 7. So that is 14 points of damage. I actually think that might kill them. Yeah. In fact, oh my God, all 3 henchmen drop in flames, burning and screaming. And also, last round, Helene should have taken 2d4 damage. She took 3 points, and she's going to take damage again this round. This will be the last round. So she's getting burnt, and she looks up and she sees all three of those henchmen die. The other one that's standing there, the Berserker, is like, of course, I'm gonna actually roll morale. You know what? Go ahead. Since you're scaring them, Mike, go ahead and roll morale for this henchman to see if he boots.
What do you want me to roll?
2d6. 2d6. And
2d6?
you want to get below 9. Oh my God. He starts running into the freezing cold. Yeah. He's just like, ah, and he starts running. My God. All right. Well, that was the end of that round. Okay, so now we've got a sorcerer of sorts that just roasted your 3 henchmen with a fire spell. The bowman seems to have disappeared by drinking. I mean, Panesta clearly saw it because she was watching him, having missiled him. He's turned invisible. I mean, that's pretty clear. and the fighter type is being, I guess, torn to pieces by your Berserker friend. So, what does everyone want to do? Bone Siege?
Spell. Spell.
Okay. Okay. How about Panesta?
Wait, I wish I could ahead and pocket that dust of appearance. Let's see.
He's sleeping.
Yep. No, I will. I know the bowman's gone invisible, so I can't see him. So I will retarget the sorceress with my missile, or the sorcerer.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, of course. You haven't attacked it this round. They're about the same distance away. You might have to move a tiny bit forward, but that's fine. Not enough to really justify a whole phase. And yeah, unfortunately, young anybody. Now, as far as you're concerned, right, Mike, you can't get out of it, right? But as long as you don't roll, did you have to roll some kind of number so you don't go crazy and attack your friends? Or did you already do that?
No, I go for the next enemy. As long as enemies stand.
Oh, right. There's still an enemy. Okay, yes. You're going to get up and charge towards, I guess, the sorcerers, which you can get there, actually. So you're going to charge. All right, perfect. Thank you. First Berserker that we've actually berserked, I think, at least in a long time. All right, roll initiative. 5 for them. Oh, okay, good. All right, so they're... yeah. That's probably the only thing that's going to maybe save this person. Seeing that you turn, probably, and come at this person, they're going to actually use this spell if I can. So I have to check how it works. I should have looked it up before I said you. Well, he's going to do it no matter what, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and... Well, it's going to be you, and I guess because she got it off before you started to run, Mike. Make a sorcery saving throw. It's going to be you in that one. Oh, no, the henchman already ran, so it's just going to be you.
Is this fire related?
Not really. It's basically going to blind you. It's a flash of light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not particularly... yeah.
Success.
Okay. Yep. You're not blinded. Okay. Otherwise, oh my God, hold on. You know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Go ahead, Crystal, and roll me a d6. If you get a 1, the invisible guy was close enough to get caught in it because it reveals invisible creatures as well.
Oh, nice.
No, okay. Yeah, he was smart enough to get the hell out of the way. Okay, this thing blows up in front of you, but, it doesn't blind you at all. The archer guy was... I guess you would probably have seen him do this. He actually moved after he went invisible. Now he's moving. You see him moving. He's not going... he's heading towards basically the dog sled, like he's going to get on it. I guess he'd probably get on it this round. He jumps on the dog sled and hits the dog sled and starts to go. So you see a dog sled go with nobody on it. And it can move. Well, yeah. So you see this dog sled just start to move about 60 feet as we come back around to the party. So melees will happen first. So that's our charging Berserker. So
I can actually get to her to...
Yeah, she's only 50 feet away. And you got a movement of 30, right? Or 40 probably, because you're not wearing any armor.
Right.
You can get her on a charge. Yeah.
Okay. Claw. Claw. Bite.
All right. Wow. All right. Well, I love that the first one was negative 10 armor class, and that wasn't even a crit. You are not messing around. All right, let me check her armor class. I mean, that definitely hit, obviously.
Listen with my dogs.
Yeah. All right, her armor class is only 6. So you actually hit her all 3 times. And she is down. So she blasts a spell, and you just run right through it and just charge into her and just like tear her throat open, and she falls to the ground as you just like rip at her and bite her. And you can see her legs like struggling like that, and then they kind of flop down into the snow as your berserker friend is destroying her. And then missiles will happen. Of course, you can aim and try to throw a missile. Actually, no. What's the range of the boomerang? I don't think you have enough range to hit the guy on the sled.
I don't think so. Hang on.
Yeah, because he's at least 60 feet away, and plus they just moved. So
50, 100, 150.
Oh yeah, it goes really far. You can do it. It's going to be long range if you want to make an attack. So that's -5 to hit, but you can try to, and it's -4 because he's invisible. So you're going to be -9. But if you want to try to throw the boomerang at him, I mean, you theoretically could hit him. It's not impossible unless it's something else you want to do.
-9.
Yeah, well,
So -7 total. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try it.
yeah, unless you want something else, you could just go second phase.
No, I'd probably see that go, and even though I know I can't get him, I'd still try. Oh well. That hits armor class 4.
That is his armor class. If you do max damage, I'll make him make a save to stay on the dog sled because he's not expecting to get whacked in the head while he's doing this.
Okay. No, just 4 more points.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you could clearly hit some. You probably even hear him call out, and the sled kind of like slides a little bit, but I mean it's moving now. Crystal, you have road siege. Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna cast fire web. Would I be able to try and hit that guy with my fire web? It goes 90 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you moved forward. Oosh. I mean, if you had moved forward, he's moved 60 already from where he was, and he was 50. So if you moved your normal movement, what's your normal movement?
40, I believe. 40.
All right, so 110. Yeah, I think so. He's right at the edge of it. You can do it.
Okay. So I shoot a web from my fingers. Snares 1 victim. So a sorcery saving throw
All right. Okay.
to see if it misses, to see if he's not ensnared.
15. Does it? You can use his dex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so 15. Because I think he has a high dex. That's the reason why I asked. Let's see. His dex is 17, which means his defense adjustment is +1. So that means he rolled a 16. All right. So what is your saving throw, my friend? Oh, 13. Yeah, he did. Yeah, maybe he sees the light. Maybe he's just lucky. Maybe he's still recovering from the boomerang, but the net like falls, like burns in the sand right behind where the sleigh was. Like he cuts it in the last second.
He still takes 3d4 damage, I believe. He's just not ensnared.
Okay, do some damage.
11 points.
All right, he doesn't half it or anything, right? So that's full.
No, that's full damage. He's
All
just
right,
not
cool.
ensnared.
Nice. Yeah, you hear him scream out, and you see the burn in the snow, but you also see the shape of a body, and the sleigh takes off into the darkness. Well, it's not really that dark. And I think that's everybody. I think you may have killed. Yeah, you did. All right. Yeah. So clearly he fell or is dead or something because you see the imprint in the snow and you can see the sizzling and stuff. But maybe it's like on part of him, like it's on like his arm or whatever, so it didn't fully ensnare him. And by this point too, Helene's up. She would have taken damage one more round, which is another D4.
Oh, it actually is half damage, Daniel, if that makes a difference.
Oh, is it? Yeah, then he's not dead. So I take all that back. The sleigh takes off.
Okay.
Because he had 9 points, so half damage would be, even if it was 6, but it'd be 5 usually. Let's round it down. Yeah. Okay. So no, you see the flame go into the ground, and you hear him scream like you hit him, but the slate takes off into the darkness or the lightness or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, let me just do this first. All right, so Helene is burning still, but the spell ends this round. She's not dead or anything. So Young, you can stand up. You're no longer dead or being prone by the fire. But yeah, we'll go into initiative. What you're going to do a spell, Ron Siege?
Yes.
At this point, this guy has moved his full move, so 120 feet plus. So he's like, from where he was, he's 120 feet. So you moved up 40, so he's 130 feet from you. He's out of range of the boomerang, and obviously out of range from any melee. But spell for you, Podesta.
Oh, I can't really hit anybody, right?
He's the only one left, and he's out of. Well, I mean, you could run forward, then throw the boomerang, but I think even if you did that, he would be out of your range. So I don't think he'd be able to.
Well, then I'll just. Okay, I'm gonna unroll the carpet, and I'm gonna fly over there.
Okay, you're gonna get the magic carpet out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can probably get to run back inside and get that. So that's going to be next round. Because, I mean, you probably don't sleep with your backpack on, I'm assuming you're...
Right, I'm still going to try it.
Yeah, you run back in to get the carpet. Okay, spell, and I guess you're going to... There's no more enemies, Buka. So what happens now? Well, that's not true. You chase this guy down.
Sleds.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. He is an enemy, right? So you're going to charge after him. So yeah, you run out after him. So you're fireproof. That's good to know.
Yes.
I mean, not that they would know that anyways. But yeah, so you're running after the sleigh, and yeah, let's roll initiative. Go ahead. I mean, not that Helene can really do much. She's in plate mail armor.
How far away is that guy in this thing?
He's from where she is. He's 150 feet away. I don't think she has any spells that can reach that far. Let me have a quick look at her.
I was wondering if hold person is something that you have, but it's still...
Yeah. Yeah, I backed them down. Yeah, okay, I'm sure I'm talking to Robbie's helping. He can hear the sound. Yeah, Young's got a weird microphone thing going on, but I think everybody else should sound fine. And I turned you guys down. Thank you. Hold person. I don't know. Let me look. If it goes that far, I do not think so. But I will try, because I know she does have that spell. All right, hold person. 120 feet, too far away, because you can't move and cast. Let me see what else she has, though. I don't think she has any other aggressive spells. You know, she's a kinder, gentler cleric. She's got command. Let's see how far that goes. $30 feet. And then everything else is healing, basically. So, yeah, unfortunately, he's too far away for her to attack. And he's also too far away from Mike's character to catch him, I think, but that's not going to stop the Berserker to run off into the cold. All right, so, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Jan. I gave you a bunch of characters to run. They all died before you got a chance to do anything. All right, go ahead and Mike roll initiative. I'm not sure he did. Is that what you just rolled there? Is that the initiative 3?
Yeah, that's 3.
All right, let me roll. He got a 4. He's going to go first, which means he's going to move his 60. First, what did I say he was? 140 feet away. So he's 200 feet away when it comes around to your turn. You can't catch him with the melee, but and then you're going back inside the magic carpet with movement. That happens at the end. So the Crystal's character's casting a spell. Does it go 200 feet?
I'm casting Fire Staff. I cast it on my quarterstaff, and then I can grip my quarterstaff to fly 60 feet radius.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you start flying next round?
Yep.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yep. So, yep. Okay. Awesome. All right. Yeah. And Podesta runs inside to get the thing. I mean, he's moving. Let me just quickly check the speed on the dog sled. I know it's at least 60. It might even be faster than that. Let me do a little dog sled speed. this DM screen has everything except the speeds of dog sleds. So I can't really complain. Okay. Dog sled, dog sled, dog sled. Actually, no, it only was 50, so that means that, so let me roll him back. So he's going, so he's 20 feet closer than he would have been. So he's 180 feet away. You are technically faster than he is, with a 60-foot fly. So you would eventually catch up to him if you want to chase him through the woods, through the snow.
That is what I want to do.
Okay. All right, now, so your carpet also 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, you guys can do that. Just to make this short and sweet, he's of course going to realize you're chasing him because you have a fiery staff. Not so much because of somebody running after him through the snow. So I am going to make a roll for his, because he's actually a scout, and I believe he has the hiding ability when he's in nature. So he is going to jump off and try to hide, and if he succeeds, you're going to follow the sleigh for a while, and it's eventually going to stop, and he's not going to be there, because obviously he was invisible. If he does not succeed, you're going to see him jump off, and you'll basically be able to gank this guy, because you're all chasing him. All right, so roll a d12. He's got a 9 and 12. So anything over 9, you see him jump off. Oh, 9 exactly. So you don't. He leaps off pretty successfully. And, you know, of course, by the time you catch the sleigh, we'll say, I'm going to roll a number of rounds. I'll roll a d8 for rounds. Seems about right. So, yeah, about 4 rounds. So we'll say, like, you're basically coming out of your berserker-ness. That's, you had another 10 rounds left. So that's like another, not very long, another minute or so. It's not very long at all. So you chase this guy for like 2 minutes or so. You see your friend, your berserker friend, turning back to himself, calming down, and then eventually the sleigh actually stops. And when you get to it, you don't see any footprints near it, so you suspect that he jumped off at some point. You're not sure where he went, but you definitely can recover the sleigh.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's the most important.
the
thing.
priority.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to have recovered 2 of your sleighs out of all of them, because it was, they had basically, well, there's other sleighs back at the thing, but they basically slaughtered all the dogs except for enough for the 4 sleighs. And 2 of the sleighs had the dogs run away or be destroyed by fireballs. But you definitely can do that. Wow. Okay. That berserker animal thing, you're not messing around with that.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So you get back. You can basically get back inside. Halim will cast. She'd already cast, I think, most, if not all, of her healing spells. I think she has 1 more Cure Light. Is anybody hurt?
Nope.
Helene herself is hurt.
Yeah, besides her. Yeah.
Nope.
All right. So she's
I
gonna
heal
cast.
up everything.
Nice. You're basically the Hulk. All right. So she's
Yeah.
got 4 from that, and then overnight she'll get her die back, which is, I think, a D6. She'll roll 5 of those. So yeah, I mean, she's half of that. She'll roll 2 of those. 8 plus 4 is 12. Yeah, she actually heals back all the way overnight, so she's back to full strength. Nothing else happens throughout the night, of course. In the morning, the 2 things that you guys had narrated already when we first started, Echo waking up going, oh, do I know anything else? and Rowan waking up from a bad dream about eyeballs and fire. And it is now the 3rd day of the 12th month of the 11th year. And it is snowing. It has snowed all night. And when you look out there, like, it's about halfway up the door. Like, there's a couple of feet of snow that have accumulated. You've got 14 dogs that you were able to rescue, and 2, well, more than 2 sleighs, but 2 sleighs you can pull. And unfortunately, you've lost your 4 henchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were burnt to a crisp, unfortunately.
But we got a special looking sword, you said.
And you did, yeah. So of the people, so the people that I'm sure you probably searched their bodies and dragged them in. The fighter that the Amazonian woman that you encountered, she, when you kind of drag her body, and you can see that she's wearing this chainmail armor that looks pretty nice. Her shield is, she has a large shield. She's got a normal spear, and then she has a falcata, which is actually, that was gleaming and is clearly magical. The other person that you actually killed, the sorcerer, clearly a pyromancer. Once you look through her stuff, she has a spell book, which if there's any of these spells that you don't have, Crystal, you can put them into your book. I'll send you the list. And she also had defensive bracers. They look just like the ones you have, except they're not actually as good. They're armor class 6, which I mean, you're going to do an identify spell, I'm sure. So, and she also has a scimitar that looks quite nice. So you've got a little. They don't have much loot on them as far as gold. They've only got a handful of gold pieces, but they do have 2 very nice swords. Some clearly magical bracers because they look just like the ones you're wearing, and spell book, and some armor that looks pretty nice, and a large shield. So, if you actually, I think Helene might have detect magic. I know you guys used up a lot of your spells. Let me see. That's what she's here for. Let me just. I think she has a detect magic spell. But she doesn't have identify, unfortunately. That takes that takes one of you guys to do it and then be exhausted for the rest of the day.
Well,
You also have that. Yeah, you're exhausted as well, right? Well, you get to sleep overnight, right? So you guys have the. Well, actually, she does not have detect magic. So, if one of you guys has a detect magic spell, you can check the sword, but you're pretty sure it's magical. Otherwise, you can wait until you rememorize your spells. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? Yeah.
So Echo would probably wake up late in the afternoon because it's supposed to be 24 hours. So
Oh, God.
as soon as he says, yeah, later in the afternoon, if we fast forward, he's going to wake up and says, "Oh, any questions?" And then he sees the pile of other magical items that you bring in front of him and says, "Oh, I thought I just went through all these." He starts casting it again.
I can do identify in the morning so that he doesn't have to. I have a better con as well.
Right, yeah, you've done it before, right? So yeah, you could do it before Ek gets up if you want. If you want to do an identify spell. What you find is that the armor is the chainmail armor is magical. It's +1 chainmail. The falcata is also a +1. And this magical braces of defense, as noted, and those are armor class 6. And the scimitar is also magical, +1 scimitar. So you've got a few swords. Yeah, so you've got a few magic swords now. A couple magic swords, a scimitar, and a falcata. And you've got, I don't know, does anybody even wear chain? Oh, actually, I think Brighild wears heavier armor now. So she might want that.
So we would have to spend like 100 gold pieces per item in order to identify them, by the way.
Is it per item?
Yeah, per item.
Okay. What do you just need to use gold? Or does that have to be anything special?
Anything of equal worth, I think.
Okay. Yeah, there's that room that had a bunch of treasure in it. So you can take some treasure from there to do that. So let me just add this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to burn 400 of those gold pieces. So keep track of that. Crystal, I'm going to send you in the chat here in Zoom the spell book. What did it? So if you don't have any of those spells, you could add those if you like to your spell book. I mean, obviously not right this second, but you'll be able to do it eventually. Cool. I mean, I know you have some of them because you cast them, but you may even have better spells than they had, but you never know. There might be a spell there that you want. Okay, yeah, so if it's 24 hours, then basically it's late in the day, almost the end of the day. You can travel at night if you want, I suppose, but by the time Eka gets up. You've identified these items. We'll assume that you're taking all the magic items, and then, like I said, if I don't think Versus character is a thief type, so they would probably not do the chainmail, but Brighild might. So I'll put it into the thing, and you guys can sort out who gets it. But there is a falcata and a scimitar. If people don't have magical weapons, those would be useful if you are able to use them. Oh, actually, if nobody wants to chainmail, then Helene will put her hand out. She'll be like,
Yeah, she can.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if Brighill wants her or not. If you want to do that, or but I
Right.
mean, she's been with you for a while, and hasn't got anything good.
Buka, do you want or do you want to use the falcata or the scimitar? I don't think.
Buka, I think
Unless
he's
somebody else needs it.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I think
Right.
regular plate mail might be better than chainmail plus one. Let me just check something.
I prefer hand axes, but
Well, I mean, I have a couple of magic things, and I was just gonna offer one to you if you want one as a backup.
yeah, I'll take the falcata.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
You know
know
what,
if
she-
Rowan or Eka can. I don't think if you guys can use them. The
Mm,
Oh
I don't know.
no. It's too barbaric for me. I wouldn't use such a thing.
Okay.
And also, just for the notes, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Crystal.
I was just saying Buka can have them. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, whichever one you. I mean, I think they both do the same damage. Falcata's a D6, and I believe a scimitar is also. Let me just check. I guess the advantage is a scimitar can be used. No, scimitar is actually a D8, and you can use a scimitar two-handed if you want for a D10. So you might want that if you want to do more damage, since you are a damage dealing type.
Okay, I'll take the
Yeah.
scimitar.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Falcar is a cooler, but I
We'll
mean, you
hold
would
on
know
to
that.
it, in
Yeah.
case we encounter anything that can only be hit by a magic sword. So
Yeah. Yeah. So she won't want the. She doesn't want the chainmail because it's not. Magical chainmail is not better than actual plate mail.
okay, so
So-
we'll ask Brighill.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe Brighill wants. I think Brighill was Splint, and I think Splint. Yeah, magic chain would be equal to Splint, except it's going to weigh less, so it might be good for Brighill weight wise. Because it ends up being, I think it ends up being light armor, so she can actually move faster than she'd be able to in the Splint. But I'll check that to make sure. And they both have the same damage reduction in one.
Okay.
So cool. Yeah. So you're able to get that stuff and sort out the day. No, nothing seems to bother you in the alchemist's home. After that incident, while you're waiting for Eka. But during the day, Helene is able to pray for and cast the spell, remove curse, and into the body, beat, frostbitten, nose half deteriorated from frostbite, fingers all curled up and terrible, but still a human body. The wizard Talos is transformed. So yeah, he's a person now. He's looking like not great for the wear, physically, but he's very grateful. And as stated before, he will assist you on your quest if you would like his help. I don't know how much you told him. I can't remember. I know you told him a little bit, but not much. But he is willing to help. He doesn't have much. He just has his spell books that was sewn into his robes. And that's it. But that's he can collect some furs and stuff from here, so he has some heavy clothes to wear. But he is you've heard of him, Pinesta, right? And he is a well-known and powerful wizard. So
We'll gladly accept your help. You going to be okay with those frostbitten toes?
yeah, he does. He's been talking to Helene, who is going to help him by casting various spells upon him to hopefully. But yeah, he's going to move a little slow, but he should be fine. He says he's not. He tells you, I'm not really a warrior, of course, so I'll try to stay out of the way of any sharp weapons or blunt ones, for that matter.
Well, you and I both, fellas.
Oh, right, Eka, I didn't see you there.
Yes. For some reason, I just can't be seen, even though I'm not casting invisibility.
Yes. It's a talent that you have, I can tell.
Yes, I think I was born with it. My mom usually forgot to see me. Yes.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, at this point, he's you wait another day for but unless you want to travel at night, it is pretty snowy, and you are
Does
going to be
our
moving pretty
runaway
slow.
henchman ever come back? Or
You know what? He ran out, presumably without, you guys were sleeping, presumably with just like what he had on, which was probably not his full cold weather gear. So let's do this. Let's make a test of constitution for him to see if he was able to get back, or if he fell frozen and dead in the nest. So you want to roll, Mike, since you brought it up? So that's just a D6, and he's got his con is 11. So test of con would be 2 and 6.
2d6?
No, 2 and 6. So roll a D6. Oh, any one of those two would both be.
D6?
Yeah, just 1d6. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. All right. Yeah, he does not come back. If you went out looking for him, you go out and you go out to look for tracks for the other guy. You go out looking for him or whatever, and you do actually find him about a few hundred yards away, just face down, an icicle in the snow. You can see bits and pieces of them have been like some scavengers, maybe some birds or some kind of winter scavengers had picked at him a little bit, but haven't fully consumed him. So he's missing. He looks like he died from the cold, but then he's been
It's scavenged.
set upon. Yeah, scavenged. So yeah, sadly, all of your Xambaala friends have been eliminated. So,
Oh.
but that's what they're there for. To either survive and become great heroes, or to die face down in the snow as cowards.
Eka discovers the remains of like the mangled corpses that Puka has torn asunder, and he says, "Oh no! What happened here?"
Oh, the bodies? Yeah.
Yeah. All those bodies.
Animals got to
Well, I'll bet. Who are these people?
them. They tried taking off with our dog sleds.
Oh, thank goodness, animals have come to our aid.
Yes.
Well then, what do you propose that we do? Do you continue into the snow, or should we linger here and drink and rest a little longer?
I'm ready to keep moving. I think us standing around isn't going to help any.
Oh, I agree.
Should we go back and get more people? Points at all those
I think
dead
we'll
bodies
always
of
be going
henchmen.
back.
I was
I'll tell you
thinking-
what, Eka, why don't you go back and get more people? And we'll
I
leave a
c-
trail marker for you, and then you can catch up with us.
all by myself, I don't think I could fly all the way back. And besides, if I were to bring people, I think we're probably going to get lost in the snow. No, the logical thing is to follow you people. Lead the way, Buka.
Hey, can you do something with your microphone too? It's getting worse, I think. It's like it's bad for everybody else too, right? It's not just me that hears that.
You're correct.
Okay, yeah. It's very, very breaking out. Almost hard to understand you. I don't know if you can unplug it and try turning it off and then back on again.
Stay
But
it's the constant invisibility that's breaking him up.
yeah, exactly. He's disappearing into the other realm. All right. So on the 4th day, the morning of the 4th day of the 12th month of the 11th year, it's still snowing. It's actually warmed up a little bit. It's only about -30. Where would you like to go? You are, if you remember, I will put you on that map. I mean, it's not like you can't actually see around you. It's just that it is a hill area, so you kind of don't know. These are the areas you've traversed. I'll kind of go over it for you. Down at the bottom is Bogrest rather. That's where you started, obviously. You traveled to the northeast to this little house icon. That's basically where you are now. You also traveled to the northwest a bit to follow the body using the crystal ball from Eka to follow the body of Talos and recover it from that area of trees. And then you came back. So, where would you like to go?
I think we wanted to go northwest, right? Where the silver. Isn't that where
I think it's northeast.
north?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Well, you went north. Right, I'm sorry. No, you went northeast, and the alchemist told you that the other group went. He told you that there was a, because you talked about the glow, and he told you that there was a glow to the northwest.
Yeah.
And that's where the other party went. The party of adventurers who had stopped by before.
Is
My
this the same direction that the sleds were heading to?
Yes. Well, they were like you could see if you look at the Roll20, you see where the trees are where you've been already. It was a little bit north of that. Like he was they were more like, if you were, let me get my little pencil thing. So instead of going like a direct route, like, oh no, that's not the way you draw. I'll just click. Not like a direct route like to here. They were kind of going this way. Clicking. Hold on. There we go. It's in the dark for you, right? Actually, I haven't been there, but so more north than west. But yeah, basically that direction.
Do you want to follow them, Buka? The only reason I was doing northeast because the map said northeast of the stones, but maybe we'll find the stones up there and then we can head from there. We don't actually know where the stones themselves are.
All right.
I mean, and I don't know if we can trust what the alchemist said.
Yeah, he was kind of a murderer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
So
I was just
other-
clarifying because he said that. Yeah, that's
Right,
the reason
What
why. He
about
got that.
this new wizard here? Doesn't he know? I mean, he's worked here. He knows where the glow was coming from.
Oh, good idea. Talos? Any idea where we can find the source of the strange glow?
That is a good question. Does Talos know that? One will never know. Or they will know if you ask him, and you just asked him, so let me look. Let me just see if it says if he knows or not. If not, I will roll randomly.
It's just a bird brain.
No, he doesn't know about anything about the stones or whatever. However, let's do actually. He's pretty knowledgeable. Go ahead and make a d6 roll, Nikki. We'll give him a 4 and 6 chance that he'll have a.
I'll do it here in Roll20. So everyone can.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, I do have an
Oh my
idea,
God.
if you would entertain me. Remember we have that little piece of Comet. I believe it came from that Comet. So perhaps we could use that to see where the rest of it is. Perhaps I could use the crystal ball to divine its location.
We're trying to find the standing stones now, so
Let me look at the map thing again. Beneath the mound of the silver flame, great treasure is hid. Knock upon the stone and enter. 6 miles northeast of the stone lies the mound. In the lonely heath beyond Bondcrest, only whilst the comet burns. Can you use the crystal ball to see something? I know you've seen a piece of the comet.
I'm just looking to see exactly. I mean, I know you can use it to locate things, but I don't know you'll get that much information. It doesn't exactly tell you what's there; it just shows you the location. So I'm not 100% sure how useful it'll be. Let me just check it. Thrice stay, a familiar person or thing, or a nearby place. Unfamiliar objects are glimpsed at moment before glass turns foggy, and you can see 120 feet around the object. If you use it one time, it's no risk. Let's see, it takes about a turn. Okay. Yeah, you could. So, just to be clear, the piece of the comet is the thing that you found down below. The weird metal that's all kind of crunchy, weird shaped, right? That's what you think is the piece of the comet. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm not saying it is.
That's right
Yeah.
now our best guess.
Yeah, if you hold on to that piece and you want to, you know it's a piece of something, or you believe it is, and you use the crystal ball and try to see the rest of it, yeah, you think you could do that.
Cool. Yeah. So he's gonna pull out the crystal ball and say, "Show me, crystal ball, the location of the remainder of this comet." And he casts whatever the vision.
Okay. Yes, you sit down there and you're looking at the crystal ball. It gets all foggy. Nobody else can really. I guess maybe Crystal's character might be able to see it, and obviously Talos because they're magic user types. But for everybody else, you really can't see what the ball is showing. And you start to see an image. It's kind of broken and a little like it's hard to see at first, and it just looks at first you just see like white, like a glow, like almost the crystal ball is glowing. And then as you start to notice, like there are some shapes, and you see a very peculiar thing. It is you see about 24 Apemen. They're using crude tools, picks and shovels. They seem to be digging a pit in the frozen heath ground. They are, working hard, obviously because the ground's frozen. But these Apemen are a little strange looking. Their heads are huge, probably 3 times the size that you think they should be. So they're like real big and stretched out. And their eyes are glowing with a silvery light as they kind of look around. And you do clearly see whatever they're digging out of the ground seems to have a chunk of it missing. And that chunk, I mean, from what you could tell, might be the same size and shape, but then the vision quickly fades. But what you do notice is that the object they're digging up out of the ground is glowing very brightly. And you know that your piece is glowing a little bit. And then that's all you see.
Do we divine anything about the direction they might be?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, most of this place looks exactly the same. So, there's no real landmark that would define it.
Well, I don't know whether if you've seen it, but I see these ape men with gigantic heads. They look very intelligent, my friends. Look upon their glowing eyes. Do you know where we could find ape men?
8 men with giant heads, you said? Well, yes, that is an indicator that someone is smart.
Even bigger than my head. Or Talos.
Talos shakes his head. And he says, yes, this is very strange. I've never seen ape men like this. And the object glowed in a very strange light. Almost like the light from the comet. Perhaps you are right. That is a piece of the comet. Or it is at the very least being affected by the comet.
I would jump to the conclusion and hazard a guess that these comet pieces make their heads grow even larger. Make them smarter.
You think?
I would like to see more of this comet.
Well, that's what I would echo to just give any indication which way.
Aside from the Apemen, no, I'm afraid I don't have any more information.
Well, we could follow those people who attacked us. I mean, we're going to run into them again, I'm sure, if they did what they did with our dogs. Anyway, I would like to come back into contact with them.
Daniel, I got a question for you. Did you say
Uh-huh.
there was like a hot spring?
No. Where?
You said they were like burying the comet and there was some.
No, they're digging it up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
From what you can tell, they're digging it up, yeah. There's just a glow. And the ground is frozen.
Okay. Ekka's gonna say, you know the direction that was glowing earlier? I suggest that we head in that direction and perhaps we'll run into it.
Which direction was that?
I thought I saw some glow coming from that way. And he points in the direction that he thinks is the direction that he saw the glow in the sky.
The glow, everybody can see the glow in the sky. It's the comet. It's basically up over your head.
Oh, okay.
You point. I mean, you're inside. You're inside right now, anyways. But if you just kind of point, you. Yeah, everybody sees the glow. I mean, the comet's up in the air.
Well, how about we go north, we follow those people, we see what we see. We can always, I mean, I know it's snowy and awful and terrible and cold and gross, but we can always come back or turn back, or I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, either those people traveled a ways and didn't see anything, or they knew exactly where they were going when they were leaving here.
Yeah, if
Oh.
only we knew where the standing stones were.
Yeah. So I say we travel north a ways and see if we find any standing stones.
Or any print, well, snow's going to cover prints really quickly, but just
Yeah.
any evidence of any kind of anything, people, apes. It's as good a direction as any for now.
I'll get the dogs going.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so you can get the dogs going. When you guys get outside, like I say, it's snowing. Who has the metal shard, the piece of the comet? Ekka?
Yeah, Ekka had it.
Okay. When you get outside, especially because it's so cold, maybe you've got it tucked in your robes or whatever. You actually feel it starts to get warm. You can feel some heat generating from it. Not much to like burn you, but because it's so cold, you definitely can feel it. Almost as if like if you had like a small animal, like a cat or something, you put it in you held it close to your body, you'd feel that heat. That's kind of what it feels like when you step outside.
Yeah, he just says to himself, "Ooh, very nice." And he looks up in the sky. Could we see the comet in the sky?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he's going to observe the comet for, I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes or so, and see whether if he could divine which direction it's moving.
Yeah, it's moving north.
Yeah. So
It's been
he
moving
said-
north for a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't changed direction.
Yeah, he looks at Roinsich and says, "I think you made the right decision."
Well, I guess we'll see.
Okay. All right. So, again, it's not like burning you or anything, but you feel the warmth of that thing. You get the dog sleds. I mean, obviously now you've only got two of them. and they're probably gonna have to carry your gear. So you're probably walking through the snow now, so you're gonna be moving pretty slow. You don't have prize dogs that can pull 2,000 pounds, so you have to deal with what you got. And you are gonna move relatively slow, but you're going to do just straight north. That's the plan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Nikki, roll me a d6.
Okay. Can do that.
Before we depart, Ekka's going to cast invisibility on himself.
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean,
Oh my god.
you could be you're invisible, but I mean, it is super clear to anybody that where you are because there's literally a foot of 2 or 3 feet of snow, and you're like chopping through it. So, I mean, you're leaving huge tracks in the snow. So just so you know that, I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
At least nobody will run into you, and they'll know where you go if you fall down. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I rolled
Talos does not. Yeah, I saw. Talos does not cast invisibility. Nor does Celine. It's too bad too that guy drank an invisibility potion. Echo was probably so jealous. Anything invisibility must be Echo's. Roll me a 1, huh?
Yep.
Roll, yeah. Roll me a d10.
D10. 3.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh.
You are trudging your way through the snow, as noted, and it is. Oh, actually, it's the 4th day now, so it's not actually snowing. No, it is snowing. So it's snowing. You're trudging your way through. You know, you can hear the sounds of each other walking. Occasionally, you spread out a little bit, and you can't see each other that well because there's so much snow. And then you get a little closer. The only one who's easy to make out is Ekka because you see the snow falling in the pattern. No, I'm just kidding. And you, let's see. Young, roll me a d6 to see if you guys are surprised.
All right, here we go. 6. Computer just does not cooperate when I'm about. Whoa. 6. 3. No, 1.
Oh no! All right, yeah, you're surprised. So you're standing there, and it's just terrible weather. Maybe you've got your face down because the wind's blowing. Everything's kind of nasty, and then I guess there's 4 of them. So I'm gonna go like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you plus the 2 henchmen potentially. So Helene will be 5, and Talos will be 6. So let me roll this. Okay. One's going after Penesta. 2 of them are going after Penesta. One's going after Buka. And the last one is going after Ekka. Okay. So we got 2 Penestas, 1 Buka, 1 Ekka. All right. So out of the terrible snow, you hear a little bit of like a screechy sound just as the sound of something falling really quickly from the sky. And you see these hideous beasts. They look like, I mean, at first you think maybe they're parts of the comet falling because they're not glowing, because they just look like big stones flying at you. But then you notice that there's wings coming out of their backs and horns upon their head as they jam towards you and they attack. So the 2 gargoyles going after Penesta. 15. All right, their fighting ability is 4. All right, so 15 and 11. So 15 hits AC 1.
Yep, that'll hit.
11 hits AC 5.
And that's my armor class. So yeah.
Oh man, okay. So when they come plunging out of the sky, you don't, obviously you're surprised, so you don't even really see them until they crash into you, unfortunately doing double damage. A flying Gore attack. Oh, here we go. 1d6, that's the Gore attack. So it's going to do double damage. They hit you twice, I'm just going to roll 2d6. 8 times 2 is 16 points of damage as you get slammed by these like 2 rock men, and they kind of stand up, their wings go, and they open their mouths as if they're gonna like make some kind of horrible sound, but it's maybe more horrible because they don't make any sound at all. And just as that's happening, one swoops down as well against Buka. Ooh, but doesn't roll nearly as well. Hits armor class 7. That misses you, right? And one flies down at Eka, who's invisible, but again, because of the snow. But you're still going to have the bonus of +4 to your armor class because of this. So that only hits nothing. So it smashes in the snow next to you, Eka, and again stands up and doesn't actually make any sound. You just hear the cracking of the wings like they're made of stone. And you are basically faced with these 4 creatures. They are about, 4 feet tall. They look like they're made of stone, kind of almost looks like stone devils, with their wings kind of opening back up to fly. They've got little spikes at the end of their wings. They've got, normal like hands, basically, so the wings are on their back. And you can see that they're terribly clawed. Each of them, around their neck, surprisingly, has a necklace. It looks like it's silver or possibly electrum, with a circular pendant that is in the shape of an eyeball. So that's the surprise round. What does everyone want to do? Rowan Siege.
Spell.
Okay. Podesta.
Spell.
Buka.
Are they on ground? Did you say?
They're on the
Or
ground. They have landed currently, yes,
Okay.
because they smashed into you.
melee.
Okay. They could take flight, but right now they're on the ground. And Eka?
Spell.
Okay. So that means is you want to win initiative. As they say. Crystal, roll a d6 for initiative. They got a 4.
5.
All right, you're going to go first. So melee happens first. Buka, you are on the ground. You see these things. One's they're all relatively close. Everybody's kind of in melee range. You're all hiking together. So you've got these things in front of you. Go ahead and make your melee attack.
I'm going to try this new scimitar out.
Nice. It works. I'm going to say that's an effective test of the scimitar. Hitting armor class
Feels kinda
-2.
Nice.
Yeah. Holy guacamole. All right. So yeah, you swing down with the scimitar and just jam right into this thing, and actually it digs in deep, and you cut back, and you're thinking this thing's looks like it's made out of stone, but this kind of like grayish, almost like oozy ichor drips from the wound. Doesn't really look like blood, but it certainly isn't chips of stone, maybe what you might have expected.
Right.
Nope. Okay, so then we're going to go into missile, which nobody's doing, so we'll do spells. Road Siege.
Rowan Siege almost freaks out a little bit seeing these eyes and thinking he's always watching. And then finally she pulls herself together and casts Fire Web on one of the ghouls that are attacking Podesta.
Okay, awesome. So they got to make a save, right? Oh, natural 20 on the save.
Oh.
So I don't even have to look. They definitely made it. So it takes just half damage, right? So give me some
Yes.
damage.
4 damage.
Okay. Podesta, spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Okay. There are now multiple of you.
1d4. Yeah. 5 of me.
5 of you. Oh, nice. Okay. And finally, Eka.
Eka is going to cast enlargement on the pendant that they're wearing so that it's going to get loose.
Oh. Okay, cool. You have to touch it?
Oh, he does. Okay.
Do you?
Can
I don't know.
change
I'm
another
asking.
spell?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just asking. I don't know. Do you have to touch it? I think it's touch, right? Or is there a range on it?
I think it's auto range. Hold on one moment.
Let me just check. Yeah. Enlargement. No, 5 people per cast level. You can do it. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Inorganic matter, 2 times the size. Ah. Yeah, this thing whoosh, grows really big, and now it's like Flavor Flav with the giant. You see this eyeball get really big, Road Siege.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to do some kind of like a wisdom check or something. Let's do a test of wisdom to not freak out.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're actually a test of wisdom, or is that just a D20?
No, do it. You just roll a d6 and
Oh yeah.
well, just like any other test. Yeah. So, what's your wisdom? And we can
I'll
just
probably freak out.
probably yeah. Well, unless you have a 18 wisdom, you do yeah.
I have a 15 wisdom.
Okay, so no. Yeah, you stare. You're gonna be even if you guys win initiative, you're gonna go second phase next round. You just like temporarily like you see this eye get bigger, and you're just like waiting for it to get even bigger. Yeah, it gets big around his neck. It's not so big that I think that it would mess him up yet, but if he does decide to fly up in the air, I'll say it might fall off. There's a good chance. I mean, it only double the size. I don't think it would, it was just around its neck, so I don't think it would get so big that it would go over the wings and everything. But if you could probably pull it off if that's what you're going for. I'm not sure what your plan is, but at this point, though, they're going to just attack the one's going to attack Buko. And now they're on the ground, so they're just doing the regular damage, but they do get 3 attacks. So I'm going to do it this way because it's faster. Boy, roll 20 is not like that. Okay. 12 hits armor class 4. Does that hit you, Puka?
Armor class 5.
Okay, so it does. So just a D4 damage. 4 points. It gores into you, and some of the ichor that's dripping from it falls onto like your boot, and it just smells like rotten meat. And then 2 of them are going to go after Penesta, and I figured how this works with mirror image.
I have 5 images up, so actually there's 6 of me.
Okay, so I roll a d6 to see what they go after. Is that how you do it?
Right, you assign a probability.
Okay, well, if
by
there's
which
6
we
of
all
you,
have an
that,
equal- Yep.
all right. So right, so there's a d6. There's 5. There's 6 of you. So pick a number.
3.
4. Okay, so one of the mirror images is going to go down. I guess it has to hit it though, right? So let's make sure it doesn't like fumble or anything.
Yep.
6. Oh, actually, it didn't roll very high. It hits armor class 9.
I believe that is their armor class. So
Oh, which is
that
the
would
worst
go,
armor
yeah,
class.
they're AC 9, so yeah, it would go down. Yep.
Okay, so then the second one is gonna now there's 5 of you, so pick a number from 1 to 5. I'll roll a d10.
2.
All right, so that's a 5, which would be 3. So doesn't hit you again. So now there are. Well, I hit it that way.
Yep.
That definitely hits. All right, so 2 of you mirror images spear, and the last one's on Eka. It's got the giant Flavor Flav necklace. It's like yeah, and it comes at you. There's a lot of Flavor Flav references around it. That only hits armor class 8, which I'm assuming does not hit Eka. What's your armor class, Eka?
Sorry about that. Yeah, his armor class is 5.
Okay.
His
Yep. So
right?
what's that? Because the belt, right?
Is he
Yeah.
visible?
No. So it's even worse. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm only giving them a small. They can still target you, even though there's a penalty, because they can see you because of the snow. I mean, they're still -4 to hit you though. So they would have been. What did I say? Armor class 8. So that misses you. I'm giving them a -4 to hit, but yes, you are not visible. Because you didn't make any kind of an aggressive attack. And that is them. Yeah, they won initiative, right? It's not. No, you guys won. So that's the end of that round. Okay, what would you like to do, Road Siege?
I would like to make a test of wisdom again. And if I fail it, I'm gonna cast Fireball at the Flavor Flav
Okay,
guy.
that seems legit. And your wisdom is what?
15, a 4.
Okay. Okay, so a test with the 4 and 6 would be 17. No, so that's a failure. Okay, so
I'm
you're gonna
casting
throw a fireball.
at that guy. Yep.
Okay. Penesta?
I will do melee.
Okay. Buka?
Melee.
All right. Eka?
He's gonna run because actually he's gonna cast spell. He's gonna cast you're gonna fry me. He's gonna cast reduction on that guy with the Flavor Flav.
So he's gonna try to shrink the actual guy?
Yeah.
I like this. I like where this is going. Well, except for that you might get blown up. All right, so let's roll initiative. They're all just gonna melee. They're on the ground right now. They don't feel threatened at this exact moment. So Crystal initiative. They got a 3.
2.
Okay, so they're going first. Okay, so here we go against Buka. They're just sticking with who they're attacking because I think I did this wrong the last time. I only attacked once with the other 2 guys, but it's fine though. So against Buka, ooh, what did you say your arm class was again? Sorry.
5.
Okay, so the 12 hits you, which means the 18 does. Okay, so you get hit by the first one and the last one. So that's a D4 and a D6. That is 3 and 4, so 7 points. Okay, against Penesta, there's 4 of you now, right? Just pick a number. 3?
Yes, 3.
Okay. 2. Okay, it's good taking that one. Oh, actually, it might have missed it. With only a 6 on the die. Yeah, it didn't hit it at all, so it actually doesn't matter. Because you did the fire thing the last time, one of them is attacking, another one that was on Penesta is attacking Rowan Siege this time. That one, number 3. 14 is going to hit armor class 2. Does that hit you?
It does.
Okay. All right, and that is that's the first attack. Hold on. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. I'll do one at a time because you're gonna have to check to see if you lose the spell too. But I'll just keep track of them. What's your armor class again? It's 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that misses because that's armor class 8, and that misses. Okay, so you get hit 1 time by the. Okay, so 3 points. So you will remember we're doing the concentration thing. So you got to roll 3d6 plus 3. I mean, you're gonna take 3 damage, of course, and be under your intelligence, or else you'll lose the spell.
16, and my intelligence is 17.
Okay, yep. So you don't lose it, and then the last one's going after Eka. 9. I don't know why 17. That's going to hit. I'm sure. Oh, 2 17s in a row. All right, Eka, you get banged twice by this guy with the giant Flavor Flav for a total of 7 points of damage. You also now must make a 3d6 plus 7 and get under your intelligence, or you're going to lose your spell.
What do I have to roll?
Roll 3d6 plus 7, because that's the damage you just took, and you got to get equal to under your intelligence, or else you're going to lose the spell.
Yeah. 3d6 plus 7. Oh, I lost my spell.
Oh, okay. Actually, hold on. No, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. You should actually be doing 3d6 plus 3 the first time. Would you have lost it then? And then 3d6 plus 4, because it's actually 2 separate attacks. So 10, 16 plus 3 would be 19. That's still over your intelligence, right? So it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Okay, so you lose your reduction spell, unfortunately. But now we're back around to the other stuff here. We've got Mike is doing melee, so Puka.
Yes. Snicker snack.
Yep, those both hit. All right. It is very hurt, but not dead. But it is going to make a morale check, I think, unless it has. I think they have. Oh, I know they don't have unwavering morale. Okay, that's going to make a morale check. Podesta, you were making a melee attack too, or you're doing a spell? I can't remember.
Melee, yeah, against one of the
Yeah,
ones
okay.
that's attacking me. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, there's only one attacking you now. The other one moved.
Yep. +2. Oh, no, it's a +1. That hits armor class 2.
Okay, that definitely hits. Their armor class is 4. What are you attacking with? Something
My
magic?
longsword. Longsword.
Is it magical?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it very solidly, but the sword deflects off.
Okay.
Almost as if it just can't hit it. Like
Okay.
It slips off and you realize that this is, I mean, you've encountered this kind of stuff before. All right, so then we got Row and Siege. So against the Flavor Flav guy, you're casting that controlled fireball thing?
Just regular fireball.
Regular fireball. Well, that
Yeah.
might hit everybody. What is the range on that?
It explodes in a 40-foot diameter sphere.
Yeah, I think you're all close enough. Everybody's going to be in the range of that.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I guess everybody gets a save versus spells. Sorcery save, I should say. Oh. And it's fire, so I don't know if you're immune to fire, magical fire as well there, Buka, but I'll do all the bad guys first. Oh boy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, Panesta.
Oh no, I failed.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So roll some damage. Let me roll for the creatures. Their save is. What is their save? 15. Failed. 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 Oh my god. Succeeded. Okay, so the last one succeeded. All right. Let's get some fireball damage. Great.
All right. So for a moment, as
Oh,
she
Helene
loses
too.
her- Oh.
Yep. I forgot about Helene and Talos, who were not doing it in the last couple rounds. I guess they were standing back to see what would happen. I guess they weren't attacking, so I'm going to say they were backed off for whatever, maybe looking for other ones. Yeah.
She screams out, "Stop watching me!" as she launches her fireball. And 26 points of damage.
Ow.
Okay, well, if you failed your save, that's how much you take. So the one on Buka is destroyed, the one on Panesta is destroyed, the one that's facing Rowan Siege right now is almost destroyed. The one on Eka is almost destroyed. Okay, how's the party?
I have
Same
no
way.
hair on my body.
Oh my god, what? Is anybody down from that, or?
I am. I'm at -8.
Oh, jeez.
I'm at
Okay.
-1.
I'm still
Okay.
up.
All right. Well, of course, now Helene, who's been like looking to see if any more of these things are flying, turns around and sees a fireball just wipe out half the people there. And of course, Talos is also there. As we go into the next round, she's going to move forward, and I guess she sees 2 people down. Actually, she doesn't see Eka.
He's visible now because he. No.
It's not.
Because he's smoldering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the smoke coming off of him. Yeah, but. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you probably left a big hole, but of course, all the snow's probably melted in that area too. Although I don't know if fireball really does that. In this, let me see. Does it catch things on fire? I don't think it does in this. It's just a quick.
I'm pretty sure it does. Anything that's in the area.
Okay, let me just check to see. Palm of the sorcerer's hands, fiery. It doesn't say anything about burning up of that stuff around it. It does say it expands, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll say that there's probably a big velocity there. All right, well, I'm just gonna roll randomly to see who she's gonna, because she can only heal one of you per round. So, let's see. We'll do. Odd will be. what do you call it? It'll be Rowan Siege, even will be Eka. Okay, she sees Rowan Siege first, and she's going to move up and put a heal on her. That's her plan anyways, although the round has to happen, of course. Of course, Talos seeing everybody drop, or some people drop anyways, feels like maybe he should get involved now, even though said he wasn't really a fighter. Let me see if he has any kind of spell, but in the meantime, Rowan Siege, you can't do anything. Pinesta, what do you want to do? The one that was on you is dead, but the one that was over Rowan Siege is still alive and standing over her.
Okay, well,
As well as one on Eka.
right. I know my sword didn't do anything, so I know they're magic. So I'll use the boomerang.
Okay. How about Buka? The one you were fighting is dead as well, but the one over Eka is still alive.
I will move to attack the one that is standing then.
Okay. I
Melee.
don't think he has anything that will affect. He's not really a fighter. Oh, actually, hold on. All right. I'll just check the spell because he would know if it would work or not. Go ahead, Crystal, roll initiative. 4 for them.
6 for us.
Nice. All right, you guys are going to go first. Okay, so melee happens first. So Buka, go for it. Which one are you going for? The one over Rowan Siege or the one over?
One over Eka.
Okay.
Or what? Presumably Eka.
Yeah, the one over a big hole in the ground. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that kills it.
Step on him.
Yeah. Okay, that kills him. Press to go with your missile weapon.
Okay. Nope, not with a 3. I can't roll tonight.
Nope. Okay, yeah, no, it sweeps over and past the one over Rowan Siege. Okay, she comes in to cast her spell. She's going to do Cure Moderate because you are pretty toasted. 7 and 8, so 15 points. That'll bring you back up. Rowan Siege. And finally, Talos is going to cast Hold Monster against the one that's standing. It gets a save. It makes the save. All right. Well, since Helene is leaning over you, there's a chance it might attack Helene. I'm going to say same thing. Odd. It's going to go for the... I don't know what would do that, though, because it's not stupid. It's going to go after Helene. All right. So it's going after Helene. Ooh. Ooh. Now it rolls good.
Yeah.
Let's see. She's AC 2, so it needs a 14 to hit her. Right, she's AC 2. No, she's AC 3, so it needs a 13 to hit her, so she gets hit all 3 times. 1 and 3 is 4, plus a d6. 3 more, that's 7. Okay, so Helene goes down 7 hit points. Okay, as the thing slashes at her back and stuff while she's right after she manages to throw the healing words onto Rowan Siege. Rowan Siege, you wake up and you see Helene above you, and you see that she does not look very happy. And she has one hand on you, healing you, and the other hand is gripping a big old hammer. And that's the end of that round. So there's only one of these things left. Let me just roll its morale. Because it might try to take off. Surprisingly, it's staying. Maybe it feels good about having attacked the cleric. So, Rowan Siege, what would you like to do? You're flat on your back, looking up at this thing. It does not have a giant eyeball.
Okay, I'll just do Flaming Missile.
Okay, I guess spell. Penesto.
Missile again.
All right, Buka.
I will move and attack.
All right, and Eka, you're down. So, okay. Let's see. You know what? She doesn't know what shape you're in, and you're invisible, and she's pissed because she just got attacked. So I'm gonna 1 through 3 on my d6. She's gonna attack this thing. 4 through 6, she's gonna remember that you're there and heal you. 5. Okay, yeah. So she, as much as she wants to smack this thing, she's gonna move over to Eka and put a heal on him. So let's roll initiative, Crystal. 5.
4.
Okay, it's going to go first. It's attacking Helene, who hopefully will not lose her spell. Well, actually, you can't move and cast. So I guess she would probably know that she's going to realize that. So maybe she would, she's just moving. So we'll just see if she gets hurt, which, nope, it misses all 3 times. It kind of swings at her as she's moving, and she runs over to Eka. Eka, you are not bleeding out, right? Because we're -1, right?
Yeah, he's a -1.
Right, yeah, you don't bleed out unless you're -3 or worse. So you're actually not dying. You're just laying there unconscious. Yeah, she runs over to the snow angel that's stuck there. And then, okay, Malay. Buka.
Here it comes.
That is a fumble.
Oh, wow.
But you hit him first and killed him. You slash.
That backswing.
Yeah, it's a backswing. Or you kept going, and poor Rodensiech is laying on the ground there. All right, so roll a d12 to see how you fumble. Don't roll a 12.
8.
All right, that's just a bad miss for a fighter. Oh, drop weapon. So yeah, you hack it, and then it slips out of your hand, probably because the cold and the blood and stuff in it. It sticks in the ground right next to Rodensiech is laying there, and the scimitar sticks in the ground right next to her.
Yes.
Yeah, but
It's all
the
the
thing is
plasma weeping out of my burns.
right. That's right. And Eka, you are healed for 6.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Helene kind of looks at Rodensiech with the what the F expression, and yeah, these 4 gargoyles have been dropped. Each one of them is wearing a necklace, one of which is really big currently. That is Zizakwa's eye. They do look like they're made of electrum, actually, not silver. When you look at them closer, and they look pretty valuable, actually.
I'm sorry, I lost my head there for a second. It was the eye. Always watching.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean the eye is always watching?
Ever since that scroll, I know he's everywhere. He's always watching us.
Do you know who he is?
And Guaka, of course.
A woman's cursed, I say. Cursed! She nearly killed all of us. With her fireballs, no less.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, how is everyone? I know I'm pretty hurt.
I'm
pretty
surprised
hurt.
that I'm still breathing. Thank you so much, Helene. You've saved me from a certain doom.
Nods.
Doom that Rodensiech has brought upon us. We must exorcise you from this curse, Rodensiech. Otherwise, you'll kill us all.
Make a. Let's see. Yeah, you're a magic user. Go ahead and make a test of intelligence. Eka. I'll make 1 to 4.
Okay.
The cleric.
Would that be 3d6 or what would
No,
I
just
roll?
roll 1d6.
Okay.
And what's your int?
His int is, I believe it's 17.
Okay.
16.
16. All right, so you got 3 and 6. So 1 through 3, then you know something. 4 through 6.
Yeah,
you do not.
I got 5. I got nothing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You think it's a curse, just like, or I mean, you think whatever you think you think. Whatever you're having your character think, that's what they think. Let me roll for Helene. She's also never seen anything like this before. Oh, I guess Talos would probably. Wow. These dice are not favoring you guys. Well, actually, let me just check his intelligence. He might be really smart. let's see. No, 16. Okay, so no, he doesn't know either. Yeah, you guys have never seen. I mean, it could be a curse, and Aline does have the ability to remove curses, but a curse by a god would be, not something to trifle with.
Given that she's a bard and she has that lore.
I don't think so. Well, you know what? I'll give it a chance. You could have 2 and 6 chances a bard to
2 and
have
6?
information about these kind of things.
Okay. Nope.
No, I mean, for the most part, if you're being scryed upon or whatever, it's one of 2 things. I mean, you're either being scryed upon by Synthaqua, which is not a good thing, or she's seeing things, which could be some kind of a spell or a curse. And certainly a dispel or a remove curse spell could be cast. Like I said, she does actually have it as a spell. Actually, so does Telos has it and has it memorized. So he actually could cast that. And he will. At this point, you can't tell if it worked or not, obviously. But he will cast it. He has a remove curse spell actually memorized.
Nice.
She'll thank him.
Good. All right, yeah. I mean, you guys are out in the snow, very injured. You've got these. I don't know if you want to recover these necklaces or not, but you've got these 4 creatures. These like demony, gargoyle-looking creatures.
I would definitely take the necklaces. Well, wait. I look at the magic users, the other magic users say, you don't think they're cursed, do you?
He says he's not sure. Actually, cast detect magic on them.
Okay.
And does not see any magic on them. So he doesn't believe that they've been enchanted, which a curse would likely show up, but it's not 100%.
Right.
Eka, goes up near one of those necklaces and says, well, these creatures are all wearing matching necklaces. What's the chance that they would all be wearing the same type of jewelry? I'd say it's a work of sorcery.
I agree.
However, if we're very careful, we could probably carry it around in a bag without wearing it ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
We could sell
I
it.
wouldn't wear them. Yeah, we'll collect them. I mean, I would collect them.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to
It's
just pull them.
jewelry.
Yeah, they look like they probably have some value to them. Yeah, and they're definitely interesting.
Perhaps we could use this to find out who has sent it. Come dawn tomorrow, I'll consult the crystal ball and see where it came from.
Yep, I think that's a fine idea.
You actually feel that fragment that you have inside your robe or whatever is getting warmer. At first, probably you're just thinking because you just got fireballed, but now you're thinking.
He pulls it out and he looks at Voinspeech and says, perhaps it was your fireball, perhaps not, but this fragment is getting warmer and warmer. And he holds the device up, or the fragment up, so that everybody could observe it.
Yeah, when you lift it up, it actually starts to glow, almost as if like a enchanted with like a light spell or something. Like it starts to like shed like a lot of light. It's almost hard to look at when you kind of like squinting as you're holding it. And at this point, you feel a pull, like it's directing you.
Oh, I feel that it is pulling me in this direction, and he starts walking in that direction.
Wait.
Yeah, it's not
Very
irresistible,
perfect.
but
I mean, he's not flying in that direction or anything. He stops in mid-step and looks back at her.
Yeah, I mean, you're invisible, of course, but the thing is glowing, so that's how everybody can see the glow.
Just wait a second, Eka, aren't you really hurt too?
I am, but healing has healed me. Could I drop invisibility at will too? My own spell?
I mean, it doesn't say you can, but all you have to do is do something violent. So you could, yeah, I mean, you could slap somebody or something.
Nah, he's not gonna do that. He doesn't have.
I mean, you could warn them, and you know, you could say, "I'm going to slap you," or crush an ant. Or actually, you could attack one of the dead bodies.
Or Roy Siege.
Yeah, or run siege. No, you could like kick one of the gargoyles. But yeah, you could find a way to do it. Yeah, you can't just like snap it off. No, without casting dispel magic.
He's actually gonna stay invisible, and he's gonna hold it up there, and he'll actually put it on the ground and then pick it up again so that everybody can see where he is and where that device is.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
And he says, "Well, in that direction," and he points it in the direction that it's pulling.
Direction
it's basically mostly to the northeast. Essentially, you guys are currently here, like right. Whoops, my little pointer thing isn't. Well, actually, I probably should have revealed it more. I'm revealing this square. You're basically in this square because you just entered to do it when I rolled one on monster. It's pulling this way. So northwest, I'm sorry. Now you get me saying northeast. It's pulling to the northwest.
Yeah, and he's gonna hand that fragment over to Buka. It says, "Perhaps you being the sturdiest of us all, maybe you should carry it."
Me carry it. No,
Would you want to?
You're more sensitive to it.
Well, it is
Feel it
quite
better
cold.
than I can.
All right, you convinced me, friend. It is quite cold, and this fragment keeps me warm. So, very well then. Just walk in that
wait
direction.
a minute. It keeps you warm. Well, you didn't say that.
Well, it's too late.
Well, now you tell me it keeps you warm. Well,
You declined the offer. The chance has passed you.
well, you should, tell people everything that's involved with this. I mean, it's a great responsibility. Are you sure you can handle it?
Well, Buka, you're a mighty warrior, but you do whine quite a lot. Why don't you just be a good soldier and head in that direction?
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, Talos is like shaking his head.
Always the spellcasters.
Eka walks up to Talos and says, "You were quite wise to stay back there. I think I'll stay right next to you, my friend."
Anybody
nods.
else going to walk up with me, or am I just going to go alone for a while?
He nods in the direction of Eka, and then he walks right up next to Buka. And he says, "Let's go. This mystery is interesting to me."
It's to the northwest. That's where we're going.
He turns back to where he sees the footprints of Buka, of Eka. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys can move in that direction. I'm assuming you're going there. Let's clear. So yeah, I think that's 1, 2, 4 miles. So actually, there might be one more. Go ahead, Buka. Mike, roll me a d6.
Could I do something real quick?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Eka casts flight upon himself so that he's flying, just hovering over the air.
Okay. So now you guys can see like an area of the snow where there's no snow falling because Eka's body's blocking it. Because it's snowing, remember?
Shard flying in the air.
Yeah. And the shard is flying, exactly. Yeah, he's glowing brightly but flying. You're like the comet yourself. Yeah, so roll me a d6, Mike. What did you do?
4.
Okay. Well, sadly, that means nothing happens. and you travel for about 2.5, 3 hours. I'm just gonna open this whole thing up, and you see a little thing right there. Down there, you're kind of coming up over a hill, and you stop, and obviously you're being cautious as you would be, and you because you hear the sound of digging or construction or something, and you kind of make your way up to the hilltop, and you look down, and you can see down there the same thing that, of course, Talos saw, the crystal ball, so he recognizes it, but the same thing that Eka saw. You see these Apemen, and they've got huge heads, like really big heads, and they are digging with pickaxes, and there seems to be something cylindrical shaped, from what you can tell, in the ground that they seem to be trying to excavate. They don't seem to notice you or pay any attention, at least for now. You're about, we'll say, 100 yards away from them or so. There is hold on, there's a picture. You know I like the pictures. Well, this is just one of them, but you can get an idea. All right, hold on. I'm going to share my screen here. By the way, I know that we ran past 9 o'clock, but I figure we'll just go a little bit longer and then stop for the day. I just wanted to get you guys here. All right, so share the screen. There we go. All right. So you see how big their heads are? This one guy's mad that he didn't get his lunch or whatever. And you can see that where he's standing is this one guy. At his feet, that's roughly the size, that piece of pizza is roughly the size of the piece that you have. And there is an intense glow coming from it, and strange writing or symbols in the inside of it. Let me read you the little box text so that you guys get the full picture here, and we can make any decisions you want to do right now, and then we'll kind of go wrap up for the night. By the way, you're like, if you wanted to get back to the alchemist's house, you could. You could get back there before like nightfall, but you'd have to leave pretty quickly. You haven't been out that long. You've only been out for 4 hours, so just so you know, time frame wise. Okay. You see a pale silvery glow. You see 24 Apemen hard at work using crude but effective tools to excavate a great pit in the soil of the lonely heath. They have craniums swollen to larger than human size. Their eyes shine with silvery light, and they are working at a fast speed and very organized, it looks like, to unearth some kind of this object that's in the ground. They don't seem to notice you, as I said, from 100 yards away. And from where you are, this doesn't look anything like, because you have that map, right? It doesn't look anything like the thing on the map. Looks more like a long cylinder that's in the ground, buried, clearly. And it doesn't have any kind of a flame look to it. It looks more like a magical glow. Because you remember the handout. Let me show it to you again. If I can remember how to do it. My ability to show handouts is not good. I showed you a handout, didn't I? Oh, here, no. Yeah, there it is, Comet map. Right, so if you look at the top of the map where the mound of the silver flame, this looks nothing like that. There's no door. It's basically it's actually, they're in a valley. However, map makers can be a fickle bunch. But you can definitely tell that glowing piece that Eka has is clearly related to this thing, and you can really feel it pulling you, Eka. Not in a way that you can't resist it. It's not like a mental control, but you definitely can feel it wanting to be in the valley.
Yeah, he relays that information, and he says, I think this piece wished to return to where it came from. And whatever it came from is over there. And he points in that direction. what do you suggest we do?
Well, I don't suggest we just run up on these 8 creatures in our current state. I think we need more information. I mean, I know I'm hurt. What about you? I know you are too, Eka.
Perhaps we could befriend them. Charm into being our friends.
You know, we tried to befriend an ape type creature before. Didn't work out so well.
Well, did you use magic?
No. We didn't.
Mhm. Perhaps we should.
I look at Buka and Rowan Siege and I say, what do you guys think?
I agree with you that we shouldn't we shouldn't head there in our current condition after what happened.
How many are there?
24. 24.
Do they wield weapons?
They have like basically picks and shovels, which would be kind of equivalent to like clubs or whatever. So yes, they could beat you to death.
Okay. Eka casts flight on himself,
Okay.
and he is still invisible. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless you and you except for the fact that you have a glowing piece that you're holding onto.
Yeah,
That's not invisible.
He's gonna give the glowing piece. He's gonna lay it on the ground, and says, "Well, take good care of it and find out if it does anything. But perhaps I should go and talk to them." And in his invisible state, he flies closer to where they are.
Oh, you can definitely do that. Yeah, I mean, you're not making any sound, obviously. You're flying down invisibly. Yeah. You want to... Yep.
He's flying over, he's observing them a little carefully. And when he's over that one guy that's standing on top of, what is it? The, strange device or the Comet. He's flying about 60 feet above him. And he casts Charm Monster on him.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So you fly towards this thing, and as soon as you get about 50 feet, in fact, exactly 50 feet away, you feel like they all immediately stop and react to you being there by using their mental powers that they have, and let me just see how this works exactly. They've got this extrasensory perception. They can sense any sentient creatures and cannot be surprised. Okay. Oh, you get a sorcery save. So you get a sorcery saving throw. They're going to try to paralyze you with their mental powers at -2. So penalized by 2, sorcery saving throw. So I guess D20 -2, although you probably get some kind of bonus because you're oh, that's not good. Okay, yeah, you're flying over, getting yourself closer, and then you just feel your entire body lock up. And how long does a flight last?
Flight lasts for about 2 hours.
Okay, let me see how long this lasts. For as long as they concentrate. Interesting. Well, they can't reach you. But so you can see, so down obviously in the up in the valley, you see him, he puts down the fragment, and then Eka's gone. So whatever he's going to do, I guess you guys figure he's going to fly down there. And then you notice that these guys are working tirelessly, and then at some point 3 of them turn and look up in the air. And then they just keep staring straight up, and everybody else goes back to work. And what they're going to do is just hold you until your spell basically wears off and you're going to fall to the ground. I mean, they don't have any way to reach you, unfortunately. So they're just going to hold you there until you fall. So you're 60 feet up. So and you're invisible, so nobody sees you there. So I guess, I mean, did you see this? These three guys stop and stare? Does anybody want to do anything? I mean, you're about 100 yards away. There's a lot of them, but they clearly have something going on because you don't hear from Eka. I mean, I guess you don't technically know that he's trapped, but you kind of might get the feeling that something's going on because they're just staring up in the air. I don't know if anybody wants to try something. There are 24 of them.
Can you hear what Eka's saying?
He's not saying anything.
I'm asking everybody else.
Oh,
No. I don't hear him. I have a feeling he might have done something rash.
And that's how Eka has become Eka the unseen and unheard forever.
I want to help him if I have a feeling he's in trouble, but I can't help him if I'm dead, and I'm.
yes, you cannot help
Yeah,
him
same
if you are dead.
How fast can you run?
I can fly on my carpet.
Well, if I hit one with a spear,
I could take Rowan Siege with me. We could fly, but I'm not leaving you behind.
I would go
well,
with
I
you.
think I can outpace him.
What would be the point of hitting one with a spear?
Well, they seem awful focused. And I'm guessing that their focus is on our friend.
Okay, what if you hit him with a spear? I turn you invisible. Rowan Siege and I get on the flying carpet and fly away while you run away invisible and they can't see you.
Okay.
I mean, then they would look at us. They wouldn't attack you. Hopefully, we could be far enough away that I don't know. I'm just
We could
thinking.
we could try it. I know. I'm just offering suggestions.
I mean, if we can get close enough, I could throw a fireball in the midst of them. I have
But
a
we don't know-
controlled blast.
Yeah,
fireball.
we know you're pretty good with those. So
Yeah.
We don't know where he is. What if you hit Eka again?
Oh, true.
Oh, Eka. You see Panesta kind of rest her forehead and her hand.
I almost feel like this is a good place to leave it, just so that there's a lot of tension to see what happens. Because, Helene looks and she says, I am brave but not stupid.
Yeah,
yes.
I kind of feel like that's.
Oh,
She's sure as hell not going to run down and fight 24 of these things.
well, I'm not planning on staying and fight.
I mean, you can certainly try it if you want to try it tonight, or do you want to leave it so you guys can try to think of a plan that might work?
I need to think personally.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Let's
feel
give
what you're
the
saying.
players a chance to think about it. So, yeah, let's leave you floating in the air there, Ek. 60 feet above the ground. Because, of course, if you fall 60 feet, that's 66 damage. And how many hit points have you got?
So I believe I have. Let's see. 5.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. So let's leave it until next time. That's a good place to leave. You can see if you can figure out a way to to save Eka, who you can't see and you're not really sure what's going on.
Sounds like
Um,
Monkey Burger.
Yeah, I think you've got yourself in a position, though you guys have got yourself in worse positions, so and got away. So I won't put it past you guys to figure this out. But yeah, all right. So let's leave it there. And you have the full, unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of Talos. Actually, he used to hold monsters, so he doesn't have it anymore. But he doesn't have a whole lot of spells that can really help you. He mostly has protection spells. So yeah, we'll leave it there. But if there's something, if you want to do something, you have a plan, and Talos has something, I will have him bring it up. But
Yeah. Before we go, Panesta she'll say that she'll go, maybe we should tell Eka that he needs to ring the bell and subscribe, do all that for the channel. Maybe that'll get him out of this mess. So
it might indeed. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. We'll see you next week.